Welcome to Live with Elder Kabir, where we are reminded to be faithful in the little. I am the voice behind the scenes, Deacon David. Today we have an encouraging show for you. Please watch till the end, and we hope you are blessed by this live stream.
Shalom, shalom, saints. Good to be with you guys again another week as we get ready to enter the Shabbat. So, shalom, Sister Hannah. Shalom, Antonio. Thank you guys for being here, Sister Natalie, Solomon. Is that King Solomon? Solomon King, Carla. We got all these people in the house. Hey, shalom, shalom, guys. We got a great live stream for you. I don't want to say show, but it's a live stream. We got a great live stream for you. I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys. There's a lot that's going on, obviously, in the ministry of Straightway Truth Ministry, which I am proud to be one of the elders. Not that I was looking to be an elder, but I'm honored. I'm honored that I can serve as an elder of Straightway Truth Ministry. And there's a lot going on. You know, you're starting to see people fall away. You're starting to see people starting to renege on their original commitment, the commitment that they made. I mean, I'm seeing people from overseas to people here. I mean, you make a commitment. And so it got me thinking this week. It was impressed on my heart, man. Has people truly counted the cost of coming this way? Did you really count the cost coming this way? Or was this a thing that people just came into and said that, you know, I like maybe, you know, we have another COVID or, you know, crap hits the fan. Let me make sure I'm part of a community, and then you go do it. And you're happy when you go through the first COVID and say, well, that was it. Okay, let me go back to regular living. Or some people did it because they, you know, I mean, what's some of the reasons, Deacon, that people can do that?
I mean, I would agree what you just said. You know, there seems to be an influx of a lot of people that come to the ministry, and during times of where people have uncertainty with the government, when they have uncertainty with the economy, makes them feel like they need to seek some safety. But obviously, it's short-lived if just say whatever you thought was going to happen, and for the reasons you did it, let's say it doesn't happen within 10, 20 years. What are you going to do? Why are you here? It's really the essential question. So you got stuff like what you said about COVID, right? That's a time of uncertainty. Some people like to come for polygyny if they think they're going to amass a bunch of women, and then they shortly find out that that's not the way that we're very organized here. You don't just start adding and multiplying, the way that you think it's going to be. And so then people leave because of that, because, hey, I came here for more women or whatever it may be. And maybe people are here just for
because women obey, man. It's better out there. The women out there, they don't do what, and
yeah. And some people want a fellowship just because they have nothing else to do. It's like, I guess it's free food. I'll come over and
free drinks, right?
Yeah.
Some people, they just want to come. You know, we've had people come here to Straightway Praise Land because it's a nice house. You know, they came here because of the accommodations. You know, and going around saying that this is their home. You know, remember we had a brother come in here. I said it's good to be home, but then he's putting on this little what's these things that they do for these?
It goes to Snapchat or something like that.
You know, try to make it look like this is how he's living. You know, so everybody comes for different reasons. But here's what I'm saying is, guys, this is what this whole live stream is about. Have you truly counted the cost? There's things that's been going on, obviously with the departure, of Pastor Rufus. It was the catalyst that kind of caused everybody. I even admit, I'm gonna put myself in the story. It caused me to think like, wow, okay, and not necessarily him leaving, but more about all the stuff that was coming out with the bingo TVs and all these people coming out with all these accusations and things of that nature, nothing proven, but whatever. But it just made us say, okay. And people are asking me like, well, what about the? I said, I'm gonna count the cost. What am I gonna do in this situation? You see, I counted the cost when I came this way. And I have no doubt, listen to me, I had no doubt that Yah brought me to Straightway Truth Ministry. I have no doubt that Yah brought me to Pastor Charles Dow Jr. None. I have no doubt that Pastor Dow is anointed. I have met many great men in my life, and I have no doubt that Pastor Dow is anointed. Okay. I've seen his anointing. I've seen the manifestation of his calling. I testify that I know that. I have no doubt. And so there's ways that we have to act. And you know, the thing I love about this word is the word tells us how to respond in almost every I don't know any situation, at least the hardest one. The word gives us instructions on how to handle ourselves in all types of situations. You have great people like David. You've had Gideon, you have Moshe, you have Abraham. I mean, you have the most perfect example, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. He's shown us how to respond in some of the worst situations. You got one of the first deacons, I think, that was mentioned in the Bible, Stephen. You see all types of situations. And so I just don't know how many people truly count the cost. And I remember reading this book long ago, and I had to count the cost. So let's go into it. We're going to go with our foundational scripture. This is it right here about counting the cost. So counting the cost, making wise decisions. And so we're going to go right into it out of Luke chapter 14, verse 25 to 33. And I'm going to have Deacon read.
And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, If any man come to me, and hate not his father, and mother, and wife, and children, and brethren, and sisters, yea, and his own life also.
Stop. So he's saying that if anyone that comes to me and hate not, it doesn't mean like hate, I hate my father, love less. So if you're going to come after Yeshua, you have to love your father less than following him. There's a choice. You can't serve two masters here. You can't serve your father and you can't serve Yah. You got to make a choice here. And he goes through all of the most important things. Fathers are important, mothers, wife, children, brethren, sisters. Yes, even your own life. I mean, he had all of the main ones, right? The main ones right here. He didn't even say friends. These are the stuff that is important to people. And he says, guys, to follow me, you must hate, right? If you're going to come to me and hate not his father, if you can't do that, it's not going to work. He cannot what? Read. Also, he cannot what?
He cannot be my disciple. And whosoever doth not bear his stake and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost?
Counted the cost. How many of you guys did that? That you sat down, literally sat down, like what I'm doing, sat down. Literally, it says it right there. First, sit down and count the cost. Get a piece of paper and start. I'm going to show you guys how to count the cost, because I don't think a lot of people out there in Israel at Straightway has counted the cost. Some of these people came in for different reasons. But how many of you guys truly count the cost? I'm looking. Some people came from far distance and they're quitting. A quitter never wins. This is what I learned when I was a little boy. A quitter never wins and a winner never quits. So if you're quitting, that means you never took the opportunity to count the cost. Now people are going to mock you. You came all the way over here and you quit. That's what people are going to say. You came all the way over here. You came this way. You saying that God, Yah sent you here, and now all of a sudden Yah is telling you to leave. Some people been in the ministry for 20-something years, almost 20 years, and they quit. Some people have became elders, teachers, pastors, somehow quit. It's utterly amazing. And so it makes me wonder, did you really take the time to sit down and count the cost? So today I'm going to teach you, if you have not done this, I'm going to show you. It's just real simple. Everybody has their own story. I'm going to use my testimony. A lot of you know, but I'm going to use my testimony to show you how, because I had to do this coming into Straightway Truth Ministry. I call it coming into the truth, and it just happened to be Straightway Truth Ministry. Pastor Dow, that's where he came to. So let's keep going here. Read. Take it. And whosoever, what?
For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?
To finish it. Did you guys do that when you came this way? Did you really sit down and say, boom, because I know obstacles are going to come. I know I'm going to be persecuted, because Yeshua told us we're going to be persecuted. Have I truly? It's not the first. Even when you get into the let's say you get through the first part, bah, 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 and that's usually the hardest. It seems like it's the hardest part, but you get in there, wow, and you're just trying to get to the ministry, and people are discouraging. Your friends are calling you this. You're crazy. You're in a cult. You're on crack. Whatever. You're just doing all this stuff. You get in, and now you're here and you're enjoying it. Woo! It's party. We praising Yah. That type of party. Not like club party. But praising Yah, praise Yah. We're doing it. We're going all the way. We singing. We having a great time, fellowshipping. But then something happens in the ministry, and now you're being shook. So sometime, okay, now you got to sit back and reevaluate. Okay, when I first came here, man, I didn't know all this stuff. You got to go back and reevaluate. Is this what I really want to do, man? Did Yah send me? Go back. Why is the book reminds? Don't forget your first love. So many times we get into this so long, and we get caught up into the mundane of being in the ministry and walking this walk, and we see it's not all whatever. I don't know what everybody's looking for. It's not going to be easy, but the reward is amazing. But I don't think people really take the time to weigh the cost. I used to do that all the time when I played ball. Every training camp, I had to reevaluate. I couldn't say, oh, well, I played good last year. Nope. I'm saying, man, this is another year, because I'm not here just to show up. I'm here to be great. I'm here to be the very best player that I can be for this team. I had to reevaluate all the time. I had to reevaluate my commitment, because I didn't want to go out there and just put just anything out there. I wanted to give my very best. You only get one time to live. Let me do my very best. And I think that people should be reevaluated every time we start going to dead season or whatever, because it seems like during the feast and all that's excitement. You need to reevaluate during that time. Why am I here? So do you have enough to finish the race? Are you trying to make it all the way? Are you just saying, okay, I'm just going to be here for 5 years and then I'm going to jump off? Or 6 years, boom. Or maybe you thought Yeshua was going to be back before a certain time. Maybe you thought Yeshua would be here in 2023 and he didn't show up. Now what? First of all, no one knows the time and hour. You know the season. Are you ready to endure to the end? You got people getting ready for a marathon, but they're acting like it's a 100-meter sprint. And then they take off. They take it off. They go to it like, and there's 20 more miles they have to go. And they only ran 100-meter, and they're now tired. And they wonder, where's everybody? They thought they won. No, bro. See, that person didn't take the time to weigh the cost. Like, how long is this race? Did he pace himself right so that he can make it all the way? Now he's out there tired, gassed out. Now everybody's passing him up. And guess what? They're making a fun. You came all the way out here and you didn't even take the time to weigh the cost, practice, knew what you're getting to. You thought you were going to come in here and run a 100-meter race, and this is a marathon. Come on. Let's keep reading. You got more? Was that it for that scripture?
Nope, there's more.
Okay, read. Sorry.
Whether he hath enough to finish it, sufficient to finish it, lest haply after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000?
So you have, Okay, get going. Get going. I'll let you
Or
finish.
else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassage and desireth conditions of peace. Likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple.
So, guys, this is some serious things. Yeshua is even saying this now. I say this all the time here at Straightway Praise Land. I tell you about how many of you guys believe that Yah sent you here? They raised their hand to Straightway Truth Ministry. How many of you believe that Yah sent you to Straightway Praise Land via that you're supposed to be here? They all raised their hands. I'm looking at this every time. How often do I be asking that, Deacon?
Very often.
I be asking that stuff because I'm just trying to get people to like, man. I mean, you start hearing murmuring, complaining. You start wondering, like, how many of you guys said that? Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure. Did you really take the time to weigh the cost? What does it mean, community first? See, when you get into community, you're gonna find out what it means. Because if you don't take care of the community, there is no family. Because I did that in Christianity. I had no community. I had family. And then when things start coming, when the storm came, it fell bad, crashed. Because my house was built on sandy ground. Community is Yah's way. I don't care what anybody say. That's what the book says. You're not going to hear people out there talking about this in any community. I don't care if it's the Israelite community, the Christian community. You're not going to hear people talking like this because they're selfish. That's why you got to take the opportunity to sit down and weigh the cost. Yeshua even said that to follow him, take the time, sit down and make sure, because you don't want to start this journey and quit. Do you guys understand? Quitting is not an option. That's not an option. It's better for you to have not known the truth than to know it, then to come this way and then turn back. It's not good. It would have been better for you to not come this way. Don't even start. This is not the type of thing, Christian, come and check out the church and come. No. Before you come this way, I'd be telling people, man, weigh the cost. You have any questions, get your question out right now. Because I'm telling you, this walk is the real deal. This is the real deal. You're not going to get a fanfare coming this way. Maybe when you get here, we will be patting your back and loving on you. But the people that you know in the world, they will hate on you. You got people, you could have been doing drugs all your life. You could have been a crack addict. And then you choose to come this way and you have them like praying for you now, even the more so, like thinking there's something wrong with you. They'd rather see you be a crackhead than walk in the truth. And we've heard that before, right, Deacon?
Oh, yeah. Yep. There's been a few testimonies like that.
So look how serious it is. Go to the next scripture. Look what it says here in Luke 9:62. Read.
It says, and Yeshua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yah.
You guys hearing this stuff? Yah says, I mean, and can we, I know we didn't prepare this, but can we just go to, if you can pull up the Esau, let me just see if I can.
What do you want, Elder?
Luke chapter 9. I just want to just see the context of that stuff. I know we just taken that, but I just wanted to bring a point. But those things being talked about, like this is about to call. Let's go to 57.
Okay.
All right, 57, and we're gonna go all the way down to 62. I mean, this is Yeshua, because Yeshua knows what's up ahead. He's telling you, guys, where I'm going, very few people is gonna make it. So if you're gonna come my way, you need to count the cost. It's going to cost you everything to come this way.
I have the scriptures version pulled up. Do you want a different version?
No, scripture version. That's what I want. I like that. This is a scripture version, right? Okay, read.
Yep. It says, and it came to be as they journeyed on the way that some said to him, Master, I shall follow you wherever you go.
You see, everybody wants to follow him. See, look at, I'll follow you wherever you go, because maybe they saw a miracle or things happen. If I look back at it, everybody wants to follow him because it looks good right now. And so Yeshua said, wait a minute. Now, this is not like Christianity, or I'm going to show you the smokes and the children ministry and the nice stage and everything. I mean, Yeshua is like saying, bro, everybody wants to follow him. I mean, heck, who wouldn't want to be near a guy that's, able to turn bread, multiply bread and fish and turn water into wine and do all these miraculous, raise the dead, heal the sick, heal the blind. And so look what Yeshua says now. He said, people say, Master, I shall follow you wherever you go. Wherever you go? Are you sure? Wherever you go, wherever I go? Okay, look what he said.
And Yeshua said to him, the foxes have holes, and the birds of the heaven nest, but the Son of Adam, has nowhere to lay his head. And he said to another, follow me. But he said, Master, let me first go and bury my father. And Yeshua said to him, let the dead bury their own dead, but you go and announce the reign of Elohim. And another also said, Master, I shall follow you, but let me first say goodbye to those in my house. But Yeshua said to him, no one having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the reign of Elohim.
You see that? So this guy, you'll think that's a reasonable request. Let me just go bury the dead. He says, let the dead bury the dead. Let me go say goodbye to my family. Hey, and look what he says. No man having put his hands on the plow, looking back is fit for the reign, for the kingdom of Elohim. Guys, this is serious business here. So when I see all these people falling away, I know they did not take the time to weigh the cost. They really didn't take the time. What did you think? Did he not say that he will give you all this, that anybody that forsake all this stuff, that they will get this with persecution? Man, I'm just looking at this stuff, and this is nothing. This is just off of just somebody who was removed due to his rebellious spirit, and it's showing itself now. And now people are listening. You can tell people listening. Hey, whatever is going to be shaken will be shaken. We're going to see who's really counted the cost. This and this is not going to be the last. This is something like this is going to happen again, unfortunately, because that's just human nature. That's the way Satan never sleeps. He's always looking to see who he can devour. He's always going east and west, looking to see who he can devour. That's what he does. He's going to find somebody who's going to be from within. And then people are going to really find out if they truly are in this to be here to the end, to finish. And I'm putting a target on my back. Looking, I'm here saying this stuff, but I've already done this, and I know I'm going to have to continue to do this. This is not a 1-time, 2-time, 3-time. This is a lifestyle counting the cost. Counting the cost. People may have came here thinking like, man, I get free living, I get this, I get that. Maybe I get my own house, man. And they didn't count the cost. All right, so now I'm going to show you, let's consider the cost. Let's go to the next slide. Let's consider the cost here. Now I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to give you something concrete, something very visual. I try to make this real simple that even my young sons, they can look at this and say, oh, that makes sense. So, guys, I'm not trying to make this thing complicated. I'm going to just show a little list, and you can come up with your own list. But this is my list, and it's not even exhaustive. It's just a simple list that I actually had to do. And I'm going to show you what I had to do. It was serious, counting the cost. So let's go. So we got counting the cost. So here's the option. Option A. So on July 19th, July 1st, 2017. Man, I mean, the sword came down on me, on my family. House was being divided. Things was happening. Things that I didn't even think would happen. July 19th, wife left, took my 7 sons, was 6 sons, 1 daughter at the time. And then found out later she was pregnant with another one. So that's what gives me my 7. So it was 6, 7. So, man, I'm thinking like, man. And, bro, guess what I did? Because I read this Bible. At least I read it. I may have not applied a lot of it because I was in Christianity, but I read it 8 times. But I do remember Yeshua said, like, but for some, I said, this is a moment where I need to sit down and weigh the cost, just like I did when I was going to retire. Should I retire? And I put down the pros. If I play, keep playing, what do I get? Boom, boom, boom. Let's say I retire. If I play, what's the cost? If I don't play, I did that. I weighed the cost. So I did now this is my life now. This is my salvation. And so now I'm in a situation where I'm here like, okay, it just got real. Wife was left for just crazy reason. People look at me crazy. I'm trying to keep this contained, trying to get this thing. But I know that Yah is calling me. I mean, he's made this very clear. He's going to test me. I just not know, oh, maybe kind of. No, I know this is a test. And now I got things on the line. So I got option A, my family, money is on the line. My reputation is on the line. My influence is on the line. I could have been governor of Wisconsin. Friends is on the line. Everything that I've ever valued is on the line. What is it worth to go this way? If I'm going to go this way, I'm looking at my options. So option A, let me see option B. Option B, my soul, the kingdom, salvation. See, I'm looking, and I can't have both because the way it's set up right now, because Satan has got a hold of my woman here, my wife, and right now, just by that was a key person in my house, and that right there was enough to take out family, money, reputation, influence, friends. Boom. Everything that I've ever worked for, never hurt anybody, never stole anything, and if I did when I was little, I repaid it back. But I mean, I try to do right by people. And now, because I want to keep the Shabbat, because I'm convinced that Sabbath, I heard that on the very next day of July, I heard Pastor Dow on the video talking about Sabbath, and I knew that what he was saying was true. It wasn't like, oh, let me go do it. I just knew. I read the Bible more than enough to know that what he was saying. I still look back to see what he's saying, like, wow. And he used the New Testament. And now I have to choose between keeping the Shabbat or keeping my family. Thinking that maybe, let me just sit down. No, I didn't even have an option to even sit down and even have a conversation. Let's do a Bible. Didn't even have that. It was now. Make your decision right now. Make that decision right now. Like, can we talk about 16 years? Can I at least get to talk? Can I get the notice? Like, hey, if you don't get your act together, I'm leaving. Nothing. It was right now. I had to wait. I had to sit down. I'm here writing this thing down. I'm writing it down. And these are my options right here. Right?
That's right.
So we got a nice little chart here so you guys can see. So we got option A and option B. We see the benefits. We see the cost. So you got to really write this down. Get it on paper so you can see. I can show you my old notes, man. I can go back and look at my notes and see the journal, see my thought process. What made me? That's why I'm still here. People think I'm just here because of what they know. I weighed the cost. That's why I'm still standing. See, we here. That's why I'm still standing, because I took the time to weigh the cost. And I don't think many of you guys out there truly took the time to weigh the cost. Some of you guys are making decisions to come this way, and maybe this live stream is going to help you to say, man, maybe I should think twice. Go look up all the stuff about Straightway. Maybe you may think like, maybe it's not for me. Maybe y'all's not really dealing with me here. Maybe y'all's telling me to go over here. I don't know. Because we really just want the people who are serious minded, who has their mind ready. But you can't get your mind ready if you don't take the time to sit down, like the master Yeshua said, and weigh the cost of coming this way. This is serious business. So let's look at option A. If I choose option A, let's see what I get. So option A, save my life. That's what I was trying to save my marriage of 16 years, save my boys, my daughter. All that money I made, man. I made more money outside the league, man. I worked hard to make some money. I mean, coming from the hood, coming from immigrants' parents. I'm like, man. And all this stuff is on the line. And all I got to do is stop keeping the Shabbat. So if I save my life, the benefit is if I save my life, save my marriage, my money, my reputation, my influence, my friends, What's it going to cost me? And this way it came down, because it's going to cost me my soul. It's going to cost me my soul. I can't do option A and B. I can't get both. Not in this situation, not for me. Now, everybody may have their own different situation. I'm just using my example. Real. This is real. This is what I had to deal with right here. I had a choice to make. Let's see option B. Now, it's either, if I choose the benefit of saving my soul, well, what's it going to cost me? It's going to cost me my life. It's going to cost me for that family, money, reputation, influence, and friends. But guess what? The benefit is I save my soul. So obviously, what did I choose? I choose B, option B. I chose option B, and I did not choose option A. After a long time, I don't even know I prayed about it. There's nothing to pray about. It was clear, because Yeshua says, weigh the cost. That's what I did. He says, weigh the cost. So I sat down and weighed the cost, and I had to write it down. You could probably do it in your mind, but I have to kind of see it. So I wrote it down. Man. Yeah, get a screenshot of this. Get a screenshot of this. This is what people don't realize what's happening here. You think that y'all brought you here the straight way to just leave? This is the real deal. I've been in many ministries before, and I'm telling you, this is the real deal. No matter all the things I've seen, when I first came in, saw something happen at the feast, I'm thinking like, wow, even in this, they handle this in righteousness. Then just waves, just little waves of here, where we're going. I know they had waves before I came into the ministry, and now there's waves happening while I'm in the ministry, and I'm still here. I'm still committed, because I took the time to weigh the cost. I even had to do another reevaluation because of all these rumors and lies and false witness and things of that nature. I had people calling me, hitting me up, and I had to do another. I said, okay, let me just think of the worst case scenario. Let's say whatever the worst case scenario is true, what am I going to do? How do I handle it? Well, guess what? I got the Saul and David situation. I got David himself. He committed adultery and murder. I didn't see Yah kicking people out. I mean, to tell people don't follow David anymore. So I'm just looking at all these different examples. So what is my role in this case? I'm a servant of the Most High Yah, and He's put me here to be ruled, to be under the institution of Straightway Truth Ministry. I'm a man of authority, and I'm a man under authority. And I'm proud to say that. I'm here to serve Pastor Dow. I'm here to be a helpmeet to Pastor Dow. That's what all of us ordained ministers, we are here to help the man of Yah. And I say it. I'm not ashamed to say it, because I believe he is the man of Yah. I'm saying what I believe. This is my conviction. Because I know what Yah showed me. I don't have the luxury like some people saying, well, I was in the truth before Straightway. No, I can't say that. The very next voice I heard was Pastor Charles Dow Jr. That's the truth. And I've seen the manifestation. I've seen Yah says, these are the signs that follow that believe. I've seen that. You know that you know him if you keep his commandment. I've seen the man of Yah keep the commandment. He not only teaches it, he does it. So I'm not going anywhere. I don't care. I'm in this to the end. I'm here to finish. Rarely. When I played high school ball, you know how I finished high school ball? Graduated. That's what happened. That they kicked me out. They said, son, you're ineligible. You no longer can play high school ball. You need to move on to the next level. It's called college ball. So I went to play college ball. Guess what? Played for I don't know if they had all these portal, this new thing now they called it. We didn't have all this portal. I don't think I could have. I think I would have stayed with the same school personally. But now they just opened it now. Everybody's just doing, hey, I don't like this team. I want to go to this school. And I want to go. It's just crazy what's happening to this generation. But I was at San Diego State 5 years. Came on there, was a redshirt freshman, worked my way up to be a starter within my sophomore year, and then end up being the all-time sack leader and doing whatever. The rest is history. Guess what? Once again, I graduated. I became ineligible. I no longer could be at San Diego State and play ball. I used up my credits. So I went on to the next level, which is pro football. I played for the Green Bay Packers. Fulfilled my first contract, got it renewed. They gave me another contract, 7 years. I was committed to fulfilling my contract. Guess what? They cut me. Now I said, why did they cut you? Did you get lazy? Nope, they cut me because I was inherited from the previous team. Ron Wolf drafted me. He hired Mike Sherman. Mike Sherman eventually became the GM. He ended up giving me my big contract, my 7-year contract. And then he got fired eventually. I outlived the people that brought me onto the team was no longer on the team. Ron Wolf was gone. He retired. Mike Sherman, who basically is from Ron Wolf, he got fired. I played 3 more years after Mike Sherman. 3 years under a new head coach, a new GM who did not want me there. And you know how I know? Because I saw what they were doing on the offensive side of the ball. They got rid of the great Brett Favre, and they dismantled the offense. And because I was on the defense side of the ball, I guess I had more time. But I made it work. I made it work. I did what I was told to do. They said not only submit yourself to the good and gentle, but also to the crooked, to the forward. So I was going to play hard even for Mike McCarthy. And I did. But guess what? Eventually, my time ran out and they got rid of me. I didn't quit. But trust me, they did a lot of stuff to make me want to quit. I'm just being honest. And when you're in that situation, anybody that ever played pro ball, when you get inherited by a whole new organization, a whole new team, a head coach, they're trying to get rid of you and they'll make you quit. They'll do things like, for example, I got demoted. I went from starter. I'm making millions of dollars. I went from being the starter of in the face of the defensive side ball, and they demoted me to a pass rush specialist. Most people say, you can't do that to me. I'm KGB. Do you know who I am? You know what I said? I said, okay. Well, I'm going to be I've been a pass rush specialist before. I'm going to be the best pass rush specialist. Wasn't even looking at my best interest. This is what they thought was best for the team. I didn't like it. I'm not going to lie, guys. I wasn't sit there and say, oh, this is kind of great. It was hard. And I had to go back to the word. I say, I'm going to be the very best pass rush specialist. Since I'm not starting, I can go give a look on scout team because I wasn't getting a lot of reps. And I like reps because it got me ready for the game. So I went on scout team to help out scout team to still continue to get the reps I was getting when I was a starter. See, this is how I was thinking. I'm not going to quit. And guess what happened? The Packers let me go. They fired me. They cut me. I don't know if I got fired, but yeah, I got fired, cut, whatever you want to call it. Boom, career's over. Done. So this is the type of mindset. And I love this stuff that Pastor got going on with the Goshen 002 and 001 they had. I love that because I think you're going to get a little glimpse of what it means to have a ready mind. Because I think this generation have softened us up that we don't know what it means to be loyal, to be committed, to be faithful. We quit at the first sign of trouble. And when you see people doing that, it's because they didn't take the time to weigh the cost. That's what it comes down to. All right, let's go. What's the next slide? Let me show you this. So this is it, guys. I hope you get a screenshot of this and look at this and do something like that. Count the cost. Because there'll be other things that come up. You got this, and there's so many. And I bet you whatever you come up, whatever the worst case scenario, I bet you there's something in the Bible that would give you an example of how a righteous person that Yah deemed righteous, how he handled that situation. And it won't be the way your emotions, feelings, and opinions operate. Because his ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. Say it, yeah. All right, let's go to the next slide. All right, read this. John.
Did you want to do the? I don't know if
you're
looking at your.
Yeah. Let's look at the money. So let me show you an analogy here. We're going to show you a little clip here of a monkey analogy. Play it.
You want me to? You okay? Just play it.
Have you ever pondered
I'm not sure if you wanted to explain.
I'll let this. I think then I'll come back.
upon the ingenious ways hunters of yore trapped monkeys? The tale goes like this. Instead of pursuing these agile creatures through the dense foliage or firing arrows from below, the hunters would place a heavy glass jar with a narrow neck on the ground, filled with the monkey's most beloved food. The hunters would then retreat, camouflaging themselves within the undergrowth, their eyes fixed on the jar, awaiting the unsuspecting monkey to approach. And sure enough, driven by the luring scent, the monkey would discover the jar and reach inside, its small hand clutching the enticing food. And herein lay the trap. The monkey's clenched fist, now full of food, could not be withdrawn through the narrow neck of the jar. The monkey would yank and yank, but to no avail. The only way to free its hand was to unclench its fist and release the food. Yet the monkey would persist, its determination unwavering, its unwillingness to let go of its prize overpowering. It would not release the food, and it was in this moment of stubbornness, this refusal to let go, that the hunters would approach and capture the monkey, securing their own dinner for the night. The moral of this tale, my friends, is not about the monkey's loss or the hunter's gain. It's about the monkey's inability to let go. This tale serves as a powerful allegory for life's most challenging moments. We often find ourselves in situations where we refuse to let go, to relinquish our hold, whether it's on a dream, a person, a job, or an idea. The monkey's story is a poignant reminder that sometimes the only way to free ourselves, to move forward, to grow, is to let go. It's about recognizing when to quit, when to move on, when to release what's holding us back. In essence, the tale of the monkey and the hunter underscores the importance of discernment, of knowing when to hold on and when to let go. It invites us to reflect, to reevaluate our circumstances, and to make the often difficult but necessary decision to release the very thing that ensnares us. As we journey through life, may we have the wisdom to discern, the courage to let go, and the strength to move forward. May we learn from the monkey's story and use it as a guiding principle in our own lives. And remember, sometimes the only way to free your hand, your heart, your mind is to open your fist and let go.
All right. So you got this monkey. He puts his hands in that jar. He can't, and he gets the thing he's trying to get, and now he's trying to get out. He can't get out. Why? Because his hands, because it's the only way he can let go is he gotta get his hands out. He has to let go. And in life, you got to let go. You can't have both. You can't have that treat and have your freedom. Something got to give. Hey, I want to address something here. This is a guy named, can you put this up here? This guy named Abandon Israel.
Which one do you want me to put up?
The second one, Leaving Straightway. Let me put that up. Let me address this. This is just a perfect example, right? I just want to use this comment because he put it up.
Here? This one?
Yeah. Yep. He says right here, he says, leaving straightway does not mean you left the walk of a disciple. The scripture was written before straightway existed. See, this is the type of stuff that people say to themselves. See, this is not a mind that's ready to he's not ready for the marathon. He's not ready for walk because he's already created a way to quit. It's like say, I'll try to make it there. I'll try to make it to the event, or I'll do. See, you're not going to be there. You're not committed. This is a non-committal person right here. This is a person. This type of statement is the type of people. The people that make these type of statements are the people that ride the fence. This is the type of people that Satan can use because they don't got a set mind. Does it mean? Then what does it mean? Then why what are you coming here for? You think we want just anybody coming here? Yes, you think Yeshua just want anybody to follow him? Why do you think he took the time to tell people? He turned around. Go back to the scripture where Yeshua said, just to show you how serious this is. Serious. Do you see us sitting here putting candy and doing all this stuff to attract people to come to Straightway Truth Ministry? We want to deal with who Yah is dealing with.
Which one, Elder?
The one before this. The beginning of that. What do you say right here? And there went a great multitude with him. And he turned and said unto him, if a man come to me and hate not his father and his wife and his children, his brethren and his sisters, yea, his own life. Also, he cannot be my disciple. You think Yah brought you here just to be wandering on your own? No, he brought us to a people. That's why he says, seek first his kingdom and his righteousness. What do you think the kingdom is? You think the kingdom is just going to be just you by yourself? No, the kingdom is going to be Yeshua is the king of kings, and he's going to have all his subjects, his faithful ones. That's me. I'm one of them. That's what I'm shooting for. That's what I'm going for. I'm trying to make it to the kingdom. And if you can't practice here on earth how to subject yourself one to another, submit yourself to one another, how do you think you're going to make it to the kingdom? I just want to know. That's like me having bad practices, shitty practices, jumping off sides, doing all types of stuff that's wrong, and then I expect to go in there and have a good game. That's crazy. How are you going to make this? Is like this statement that this guy's made is like a guy who says that he's going to run really fast, like he's running a 100-meter sprint, and it's a marathon. Well, at least I did my best. I gave it my very best. Yeah, you gave it your best, but the object is to win the race. The object is to get to the finish line.
And he fell for the trap.
And he fell for the trap.
He doesn't want to let go.
Leave it straight. It doesn't. Okay, if that's what you want to believe, hey, I agree with you, brother. Hey, be at peace. You go with that. Let's see how I can tell you somebody with this mindset. If this is the type of mindset you have, I'm telling you this right now. If this is the type of mindset you have, you will not make it. I don't care who you go to, wherever you believe Yah is sending you. If this is your mindset, then you don't understand. No, it's not about straight way. That's why I asked, who believed Yah brought him to this ministry? I can raise my hand. I'm not going to sit here and try to, even when you heard, what's his name? Somebody say, oh, I came in truth before straightway. See, he was already giving himself a way out. So that when he did leave, he could say, well, I didn't come because of this. I already was called myself. I just came in to get a title. Now I can leave. You see what I'm saying?
Mm. That's good.
Even my speech is forcing me to even be committed, because everything I say will be used against me in the court of Yah. Can you imagine? And I say this, Yah forbid that I ever quit. But can you see the liability I'm creating for myself? See, I'm giving myself no way out by even having this type of live stream, talking about this stuff, saying the things that I'm committed to. Because I promise you, if I was to do something foolish, stupid, and to leave, this is going to be used right here. This will be put up, and I'm not going to take it down. See, look, I'm even putting it there. He said he's not going to take it down, and then you see all you people say they won't, and they start changing everything, taking it down. Boom, 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 boom. See, I'm forcing right now. I'm putting like, dang, he's committed to this. I'm committed, and I will look like a fool if I was to go the other way. See, I already thought about I sat down, weighed the cost. I thought about the worst case scenario, how I'm going to handle it. How was it handled biblically? How did Yeshua do it? Because he gave us an example. I've done that. And I may still have to go back and do that again and revisit it. Am I really serious about this stuff? What's at stake here? Seek Yah. But I don't believe that Yah brought me here to just take me out. I don't believe that. Maybe he did that for some of you guys, but not me. So that's a perfect example. That's a mindset that I can see right there. I don't even know this person. I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I'm assuming it's a man. I don't know what it is. But when I see a statement like that, I can already tell this person has no faith. He operates in unbelief. Unbelief. You see that person standing on the fence? Unstable in all their ways. You think that's stable? How long can you stay on the fence? You got to choose. You're going to fall one way or the other. You can't stay on that fence. Choose this day whom you going to serve. You can't have freedom and you can't have your family and then have freedom for your soul. You got to pick. That's what y'all did. He made it that narrow. He made it that narrow. All right, let's go to the next verse. I mean, you guys can comment. If I'm wrong, tell me. So right here, John 12, verse 24. 24, verse 26. Read.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone.
You
But
see
if
that? Alone. See that statement that brother made? He's going to be alone. See, there's going to be no fruit of that. He's going to always play it safe. He's always going to give himself an excuse. See, when you start giving yourself an excuse, like Brother Gideon, he always says something. He said, I'll quit tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes. I'll quit tomorrow. Because guess what? The thought of quitting comes in. He says, hey, I'll quit, but it's going to be tomorrow. And tomorrow is not today. Today, I'm going to finish. You see, I used to say stuff like this. No one ever died in football. Or I say, okay, man, it's because your body wants to quit. Man, you feel like you're going to die. Man, but how do I keep playing my best ball? You know what I had to say? I'm a ball till I fall. I'm still standing, so I guess I got to keep on balling. So let me ball to the point where I fall. And if I fall, like, okay, now it's like, okay, the dude fell out. He I mean, they always say leave nothing on the field. So I go out there, I'm trying to leave nothing on the field. And I feel like I'm gonna die. It said, ball till you fall. I know it rhyme, huh? So I'm ball till I fall. And rarely did I fall. I mean, except for getting hit or something, but I got back up. You know what I'm saying? Ball till you fall. See, that's the mentality. Now, some people may say it's cardinal. I think if Yeshua heard how I'm speaking, how I'm believing, how I'm sincere, he would say, man, I bet you he will marvel. He said, man, I have not seen this in all of Israel. That's what the centurion guy says. He says, hey, I'm a man of authority. I'm a man under authority. I tell the man, go here, go there. All you have to do is say and it'll be done. And he marveled. He was astonished. And he says, I have not seen this in all. You have Yeshua. How many say, I have not seen this in all of Israel? This is with all the priests, all the Pharisees, the Sadducees. I mean, the whole thing, the king, everybody's there. And he's saying this, that what this guy said was the greatest. He marveled at what this guy said and his belief. So I don't mind being a fool for Messiah. I've been a fool. I am a fool. I'm considered a fool. So for Messiah, for real. Now in Christianity, I said it, but I was getting pat on the back. I don't get pats on the back on this way. People just say, hey, man, hey, come here. We'll talk to you, but don't bring that strange stuff here. I don't know that stuff you talking about. I'm still here 7 years later. I'm still here. It'll be 7 years, right? 17. Yeah, it'll be 7 years. 7 years. This is the longest tenure I've ever had with any ministry. I think the longest I've ever been with any ministry was 3 years. Now, I'm just saying 2 to 3 years. And usually I got kicked out. I wasn't welcome because I kept on challenging. I was being legalistic and things of that nature. So, hallelujah. But this is the truth, man. We have a lot of work to be done here at Straightway Truth Ministry. A lot of work. And it's going to take a lifetime for me to even get to what my vision is, and it's right in line with Pastor Dow's vision is for Straightway Truth Ministry. Right, Deacon? I mean, Deacon, you hear me. You see what we strive for.
Hallelujah. Yep, I agree.
We're working towards it.
That's
It's
right.
slow sometimes, mundane. We're waiting. But while we wait, we continue to occupy until he makes the moves that we need to make. But we're doing things to make sure that we're prepared for the land.
Praise, yeah.
We're preparing ourselves.
That's it.
We're growing. We're being fruitful. We're multiplying. We have gardens. We're doing things.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So right here, it says, very, very, I said to you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die. So you got to die to self. You got to die. You got to kill that selfish thing in you, because we all deal with selfishness. See, the kingdom of Yah is about being selfless, not selfish, selfless. It's not about being served. It's about serving one another. Read, but
if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal.
You see, that's what the monkey. You see, you have to lose your life to save your life. But if you save your life, you're going to lose your life. Read.
If any man serve me, let him follow me. And where I am, there shall also my servant be. And if any man serve me, him will my Father honor.
See, that's why I'm just keeping my eyes on the prize. See, you got to keep your eyes on the prize. 10 toes down. You can't have this military, just because I'm not. It's not about straightway. This is just where y'all saw bit, man. He could have brought me anywhere. Now, I don't know. Maybe you guys are making stuff up then. Figure out where y'all want you to be and stay there. Y'all's not this, okay, I changed my mind. Y'all doesn't do that. He's the same yesterday, today, tomorrow. He does not change for our sake. You guys making it seem like you start making y'all seem like he's like us. He changes with the wind. People wanted to, we want a king. Samuel, you're too old. What do you say? He said, they're not rejecting you, Samuel. They're rejecting me. How many times? When did you ever see Yah take one of the people that he's appointed to shepherd the people? Did he not say, I'll give you shepherd? He says, I will give you shepherd. He said, I will do it myself. He says, I will give you shepherd who will feed you knowledge and understanding. And how many of us said that Pastor Dow is a Jeremiah 3:15 pastor? Is it 3:16? 3:15?
3:15.
3:15. How many of us say that? I will give you pastors, shepherds, who will feed you knowledge and understanding. But then all of a sudden, you have people who have amazing testimony, and they're not even a part of this ministry anymore because they got offended. How many times Yeshua says, blessed are those who are not offended in me? You don't think that Pastor Dow is going to do something to offend you? Now you have an opportunity. You can love him and go deal with it. Go to him one-on-one. But many people take the other route. I don't even think many people take that route. They just go and spread, oh, look what Pastor, he's a man of God. Look what he did to me. Boom, boom, boom. And they just leave. They just leave. He's still, whoever the man of Yah is, they're still a brother. Right?
That's it.
Man. I mean, people accusing pastor of committing adultery. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm just looking at this stuff. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. This is something that happened predate me, so I didn't witness anything. Okay, I can't defend. I'm just saying, I'm just looking at the fruit now. I don't even hear the man that should be accusing that type of accusation. But everybody else is jumping on the bandwagon and making just saying stuff. But then I say, okay, we have somebody. Let's look at King David. He committed adultery. He did that. He even killed somebody. He killed the husband. This is, you can read it. It's right here. And I'm thinking like, okay, if we were use the same standard today on King David, then you would think that say, okay, then y'all can say, okay, guys, hey, guys, no longer don't follow King David anymore. Go follow somebody else, or go follow Bingo. Go find Bingo TV. Go follow him. And they even had a prophet that day. Even that prophet, when he came with him and entreated him and gave him an analogy and allowed him to judge. See, people don't know their role. Why you guys submit to a man? Because the book says in 1 Peter chapter 2, submit yourself to every institution of man. Yah didn't say, I'm going to, he said, I'll give you shepherds. I will give you. That's what Yah says. He would give you. See, my faith is not in Pastor Dow. See, you would think that, oh, my faith is in, no, my faith is not Pastor. My faith is in Yeshua HaMashiach. And it's because of because of the conscience I have towards the Most High Yah, I can submit myself to Pastor Dow. And I'm accusing Pastor Dow of anything. I'm just saying, but he's a man. He's human, but I can subject myself to him during the good times and the bad times because of my conscience towards the Most High. Yeah. See that you see where my center is? It's not based on the man, it's based on the man, the King of Kings. And Pastor Dow is nothing. He's a saint in my eyes. He is literally a saint. But he's when I'm saying the analogy, if I consider myself to coaches who used to chew me out and they wasn't living moral lives or anything like that, how much more can I give the men of Yah honor? Double honors, the book says, right? Double honors? Is that what it says?
Right. Yep.
Double honors. So I don't get it. I don't get it, but it comes down to people do not take the time to weigh the cost. They come in this way for whatever reason. You got to take this thing serious. Some of you, I see some of you on here that I know personally. You're going to be coming down here. How about you come all the way over here and then all of a sudden you see something that you don't like? What are you going to do now? Quit? Are you kidding me? You did all this to get here just to quit. A quitter never wins and a winner never quit. I'm so thankful for Dr. Shepard. Her name was Dr. Shepard, Geneva Shepard. I call her Dr. Shepard. She was our principal. And we used to sit there all the time, and we always had to give the winner creed. I'm not a quitter. I'm just not a quitter. I mean, Deacon, do I quit? Deacon.
Sorry, I had it on mute here. Nope.
Deacon's quitting on me right now. See?
There's a lot going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. I know, it's just you. See, we making it happen just with two
Say
of
that.
us.
Say that.
I said, you know me as a quitter?
Never.
I mean, it could be something that seems so impossible. What would I do? Do you think I said, man, we
find a way?
We will find a way. It's like, dang. Sometimes I think like, man, maybe I am too hard, because I have a high standard, and I want things to be done right and done with due diligence, faithful. I believe it can be done. If there's a will, there's a
way.
There's a way. See, if there's a will, there's a way. Not my will, his will be done. You see that? All right, let's go. Let's go here. We're doing good. Next slide. Where are we here? Help me out.
We are still in the scripture here.
Yeah, I think you read all that, did you?
Yep. We get to the next one.
Okay. So now I'm gonna give an example, guys. Here's the deal. So when I went from, obviously you guys know, if you don't know my story, I grew up in a home. Now I only knew my mom as a Christian, but she was a Muslim. My parents were Muslims, but my mom became a Christian. My dad was a Muslim. Now, obviously, it was very clear to me that from just looking at my parents, my mom and my father and my mother, it was very clear to me that Islam was more orderly. I just based it off. If it was the other way, maybe I would have wanted to be a Christian, but I wanted to be a Muslim like my father because it just seemed more stable. Christianity seemed just a lot of emotions and unstable. So, and my dad told me, he says, hey, you're going to see, you ask Christians, ask them this question. The question was just show them where Jesus said he's God or something like that and see how Christians respond. And I did that, and they never prepared to give me an answer. So it was like, wow, I guess my dad is right. I don't have to go any further. I mean, and now that I know it's not that hard to find holes in Christianity. So when I went from Islam to Christianity, what did it for me? If I'm here telling you don't quit, I was committed to being a Muslim. What did it for me? Why did I switch from Islam to Christianity? Did I quit? I said, winner don't quit. I should have been a Muslim. I'm not Islam. I'm a Muslim. I don't even want to say Allah or whatever. But I'm just saying, what made me switch team? Let's see the answer. It was the word. It was the word. I sat here and read. I never really, at this time, I never read the Bible. Didn't read it. Didn't like to read. And I remember meeting a first Christian. It was when I was in the pros. He came to me and he challenged me. He challenged me. Matter of fact, do I have a video? Do we have a video?
Yep.
let's play the. Listen to my testimony. This is me way back. I think I look better now, but this is way back. Here's my testimony about this.
Both parents came from Nigeria. There's 7 of us. Dad Muslim, mom Christian. So I grew up in that kind of dynamic. During my years at San Diego State, and I remember, having arguments as a Muslim. I claim to be a Muslim. Having arguments with all the Christians on the team. A lot of guys couldn't answer my question. They'll say they'd get back to me. I was searching for truth. I was searching for something greater than what I was experiencing. Gilbert was something different I'd never seen before. And him and his family just took me under their wings. I used to see how he used to treat his wife, how he treated his kids. And I remember one day he said that we don't worship the same God. Well, it kind of offended me, it took me back a little bit. And so I said, okay, well, show me where Jesus said he was God or something like that, And I was expecting him to give me the typical, answer like I've gotten in the past. Because that's what my dad always told me. You ask these Christians these questions and watch how they stumble. Now this guy, he opened his Bible and he's about to show me something I've been asking all these people for. I was just so blown away that this man was prepared to give me an answer for what he believed in.
Well, Elder, would you say you're a charismatic speaker?
I know. I'm thinking like I was about to say the same thing, and I just remember I have a video here. So
you're watching yourself.
I'm like, hey, at least the story hasn't changed, right? So I mean, it's I don't know if I did a Josh Momo over there too, but
let me know if you want me to pause and expound on
that. It's kind of interesting. I'm just let it play.
Okay.
So I went home and I decided to get the Bible for myself because all my argument was always what my dad taught me. I remember getting on my knees. I didn't know which God I was praying to, but I wanted to pray to the God who created me. That says God, whoever created Muhammad Kabir Oluwariwa Gbaja-Biamila. And I said my whole name to make sure we got it right. And I said, as I read this Bible, help me to find the contradiction so I can show these Christians where they're in error. I decided to start in the Old Testament. One of my arguments was that man wrote this book. It wasn't God, it wasn't inspired, it was man that wrote this book. So as I was reading through it, I got to chapter 6. And in there, there's something, he says, every inclination of man's heart is wicked all the time. Then I get into the laws, and I start seeing all these things that what not to do. And I'm saying, that's a sin, and that's a sin. Literally, my sins was multiplying right before my very own eyes. I became aware that the things that the God was saying was a sin, I've already committed. And so I started saying, man, there's no hope. I said, there's no way I'm gonna make it to paradise. There is no way I can make it on my own. But because of stuff I heard about Jesus, all of a sudden, Jesus started making sense. And as I was reading through scriptures, I saw how perfect and good he was. And I knew that if there's hope in Jesus. And so I ran to the cross. And so when I was on this journey of trying to prove the Bible wrong, the Bible ended up proving me wrong. I needed the Old Testament, the laws, to see that, man, if I compare myself to that standard, I'll fall short. But it's because of his promise through his son, Jesus Christ, and his blood, that's why I get to go to heaven. So if I'm going to be doing any bragging, I'm going to be bragging about your son and what your son did for me. And all the good stuff I've done is because of what you did for me. It's always about his glory and what he's done. I'm just fortunate and very blessed that I get to be a part of anything that he got good going on.
Man, hallelujah. Well, you can see a little Christianese in there, but
well, yeah, you were a Christian.
I was a Christian. I know. See,
bona fide.
Yeah, so I couldn't redo that, so you can see that, but you can clearly see how they changed how they focus on the law. But the law really showed me that I was in error. And it was the word of Yah that did that. So that's how I went from Islam to Christianity. Now, you're saying, well, Kabir, you went from Christianity. Now you're not a Christian anymore. How can you talk to us about counting the cost and being committed? And you bouncing from religion, from Islam to Christianity. All right, let's go to the next one. So now I'm going from Christianity to being a Hebrew Israelite. Now, how the heck did that happen? So Islam to Christianity, it was the word that brought me to Christianity, and that's it. Now, not because the only people I knew that was speaking the Bible were Christians. That's all I knew. I didn't know anybody else. So that's why I became a Christian, because I knew the Quran came from one man, Muhammad. And what does the book says? 2 or 3 witnesses, right? Where's the 2 or 3 witnesses? It's just one witness. And that's it. It's his word, and boom. And he couldn't even write or read. And you got people following that, but then you got this word. You got multiple witnesses. Boom, 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 boom. When I went through, I'm like, wow. A man wrote this, but he had to do this because of Yah. So now I'm in Christianity. I was a Christian for 16 years. I was a faithful giver. I showed up to church. This is all was required, but I was a faithful tither. Meaning I gave 10%. Gross, not net, gross. I went to church every Sunday. Days we played, I actually went on Saturday. That was probably did it the right time at that time, during the game time, because we played on Sunday. So I went to Saturday. They had a chaplain on Saturday. Man, that was probably the right day, huh? Dang. Right. So the days we were playing was probably the right time, and played on Sunday, but never missed for the most part. Was very, very committed to the Christian cause. Raised up my sons and daughter that way, made sure they went to a Christian school. Everything I did revolved around. We went on vacations. We went to the Art Museum. We went to anything that promoted God. That's all we did. That's what we did. We watched Christian movies. Boom, I was committed. You guys know how committed I was. Then you're saying, well, Kabir, why did you quit Christianity? Well, what brought me from Christianity to Israelite? Let's see the answer. Equals. I had a dream. I had a dream or a vision. That's what did it. Yah had to get a hold of me and tell me that I am going in the wrong direction. Let's read a passage here. I think we got that key out of Job. Let's go to Job chapter 33, verse 14 to 18. I want you to read. Guys, I did not know this. I've read the Bible 8 times. I don't ever remember focusing on this stuff. I was telling my story about what I experienced. And then after going through what I went through, and I saw this after. I literally whoa, I can relate to this. Is what I went through. This is it. Because I didn't know it was a dream or a vision, because it's like I was awake, but I wasn't awake. That's how it felt like. Let's read.
For Yah speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not.
And that's true. He was talking to me throughout leading up to this point. And then boom. So he was talking to me. A guy came up to me, said, man, you got a target on your back. I'm seeing things, but I'm not, I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm seeing. I'm not understanding. I'm just thinking like, okay, this. Then it took this. Read.
In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men.
Open the ears of men. You see, he opened the ears. See, I was telling Pastor about my dream, and I remember Pastor said, say that again. He had me repeat it again. Pastor was the only one that when I said it for the first time, when he heard it for the first time, he actually told me to say that again, part of the dream. When I was trying to tell the Christians, no one wanted to hear my dream. No one could care. They could care less about the dream or vision. It didn't even matter. I'm like, guys, I just had a dream. It was very impactful. But this is what was happening to me. Go. Then he opened, read there.
Then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, hide pride from man. He keepeth back his soul from the pit, and his life from perishing by the sword.
So So look at this. He says he keep them out. I had goals, man. I'm gonna go. I got my CFP. I'm gonna go build my financial business. Man, I had things. I'm gonna go spend time with my family, get connected, go back on our vacation. I mean, I had plans, right? It wasn't this. What I'm doing now was not part of the plan. I had a vision of what I was trying to get done. Help to build a school for this Christian school. I mean, that's what I was gonna be doing. Build my clientele. Man, I was gonna do it, right? But he put that. But because that instruction was in my heart, I couldn't get away from it. I couldn't shake it. The very next day that I had my dream, I'm saying, guys, I'm not saying 2 days, a week later. The very next day, I had it that Friday night. I didn't even know it was Shabbat. Wasn't even thinking about it. But that Friday evening, I had this dream, and then you go in the next day, that morning. Pastor Dow video pops up. I'm watching it, part 1, about the Sabbath. And he started talking. Then because it was like 10-minute clips. Then the next one. And then he says, "You still here? You still here?" I look back. I'm like, holy, I mean, bro, God, this is, if I can do a movie, you think I'm making this thing up. I'm telling you, that's how he was talking. I hope I'm not having a Jasher moment here. He literally says, "Man, you still here?" I think it was part 4 or whatever. Man, he said, "Man, Yah is dealing with you." I'm like, bro, I'm looking like, is there a camp? Like, what kind of trick is this? Diggy, you hear what I'm saying? Like, this was for real.
Yeah.
I'm looking back. I'm like, what? I'm looking at the TV. I'm looking at it was on my laptop. I'm looking right here, like it's like, what is this? And I think maybe that AI where you say something, stuff start popping up. That's why I was freaking out.
No, I don't think they had that back then.
I think it was just coming out. I bet you look up when it was kind of coming, because I remember I was a part of initiative.
Maybe.
And I remember you were saying that, yeah, it comes up. The more you research it, it'll pop up. Or I don't know.
Oh yeah, YouTube always had an algorithm.
Yeah, YouTube.
I don't think about the listening part though.
Oh yeah, the listening part. Yeah, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. The point is, this is the world that Yah knew. He knew. Nothing surprised him. I was the one that was freaking out. I'm like, bro. After we got through that video, man, I'm telling you, I literally, that instruction was sealed. It was already sealed in me. It just, once I heard it, faith comes by what? Hearing. When I heard it, but it was like I knew what he said was true. The scriptures he pulled out was true. I never saw it. I'm like, wow, it's right there, right there. He didn't even go to the Old Testament. Maybe he used the Old Testament to establish it, but then he used the New Testament. Boom, 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 boom. I went out, turn off the TV. I'm telling you, I'm shutting it down, because he didn't tell us how to keep the Shabbat. He just told me we need to keep it for today. And it's a sin. A sin. Not keeping the Shabbat is a sin. Not keeping the day holy is a sin. So I literally told you, shut. And that's when it was on. My wife really thought I lost my mind. I can understand. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. Well, why did you think I lost my mind? I get it. It was a crazy experience, very humbling. And go back to that passage. I want to show you something here. Look what it says here. I'm telling you, this thing is literally what happened to me. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you guys weighed your cost. See, that's why all this was happening. So it maybe all that I experienced caused me to sit down and weigh the cost, because I knew this was real. That's why I don't doubt that Yah brought me to Straightway Truth Ministry. I wanted to go see this ministry. I literally, the very next day, I reached out to Straightway Truth. How many times I've seen stuff on TV? I don't go and make a phone call. I want to go check. That I wanted to go see. I wanted to go see how they do the Shabbat. That's what drew me. And so look what it says right here. It says, and then he opened the ears of men and sealed their instructions. Listen to this, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. You know how Yah hid my pride from me? Bro, when you literally are in the presence of the Most High Yah, I'm just telling you, in the dream, I felt his presence. Didn't see him. I just felt his presence. I'm telling you, I don't care how great you think you are. to be in the presence of the Most High Yah, I can only imagine. Maybe I just got a little snippet, a little glimpse, just a little glimpse that I experienced. It humbled me. I felt that I could be utterly destroyed if I just made the wrong. That's how much power. It wasn't me and Jesus walking the beach and it was nice and we would just do no. It like I get it. When Angel Gabriel showed it to Mary, it said, "Fear not." You always hear them say, "Fear not," because trust me, fear. A certain type of fear comes over you when you are in the presence of Yah. And I'm telling you, I'm not saying I was in the fullness of it. I think I just got a little glimpse, and it was a dream, a vision. It was. I'm just telling you, it caused me to be humbled. I didn't care how many years I played football, if I was a Hall of Fame, it didn't matter. Money, it didn't matter. When the book says every tongue will confess that he is Yah, that every knee will bow down. But bro, I'm telling you, there's nothing you can do about it. Your knee will hit the ground. Even if you don't want to, that knee will just buckle. Right there. You can try to fight it. It's like when I remember I was doing surgery when they had to do knee surgery in football. And I remember they said they're going to put this thing on me to, make me sleep or give me something. And I said, I'm going to fight. So they make you count to 10. I said, I'm going to get to 10. You know me. I'm determined. I'm not quitting. I'm going to get to 10. 1, bro, I was gone. Done. I don't even remember even getting to 2. As soon as it says, okay, count. 1. I don't even remember even it was out. All I know is I said 1 and I woke up in another room. That's how it looked. So when you in the presence, I'm telling you, every knee will bow down. You don't say, "Oh, I think I should bow." No, you're going to bow down because that's the type of powerful. That's how powerful our Yah is. Powerful.
We have a video to kind of show that too.
Okay, I want you to listen to this brother here. He's a guy, and I want you to listen to his experience. Now, I'll let it play. Let it play.
Everybody wants to know what it was you said.
You want to give some context, at least to know why you're bringing it up?
Let me tell you, the only reason why I'm bringing this thing up, this is a guy that went up as, I guess he was trying to break the world record of, jumping and
highest jump, yeah.
The highest jump or the fastest Mach 1 or something. To be the first person to come at a speed at Mach 1 or something.
Break the sound barrier.
It's break the sound barrier or whatever. So he had to get to a certain height. And so he did it, but he basically is in a press conference and he gives his testimony of what he saw when he was up that high. And I can relate to that. And the way this guy was physically up somewhere very high. I didn't have to be that high. I could have been on a tower, the Twin Tower. That would be good enough for me. This guy went up high. And look what he had to say. So let's play it.
From Felix, everybody wants to know what it was you said as you were getting ready to jump.
Well, first of all, these are some mind-blowing numbers, but I couldn't have done it without my team because you're only as good as your team is, and I want to say thank you to everybody who was joining my dream. And let me tell you, when I was standing there on top of the world, you become so humble. You do not think about breaking records anymore. You do not think about gaining scientific data. The only thing that you want is you want to come back alive, because you do not want to die in front of your parents, your girlfriend, and all these people watching this. This became the most important thing to me when I was standing out there.
And what was it that you said?
I said, I know the whole world is watching now, and I wish the world could see what I see. And sometimes you have to go up really high to understand how small you are.
From Felix.
So look what he says. He says sometimes you have to go up high to really see how small we really are. Because you're going down, and can you imagine? Now, this is a footage of him very high up in the air. I don't know how much of the footage is real, but he's really high. I mean, the guy is jumping off here, and there's cameras all over this man's body, and he's jumping. But this is what he said. Is it going to actually play? Sometimes you have to be really high to understand.
Sometimes, yes, the that's really high. The smaller you are. I'm going home now.
Wow. Wow. I tell you, man. I mean, just bring back me. My heart is just racing. Just looking at what this man is doing and just what he's looking at and what he sees. That is exactly how I felt. It's a humbling experience. And this guy is going up and he's realizing, like, man, we are small. That's why I don't understand why we can be so arrogant, so presumptuous to be able to say things, do things. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of people going to hell, man. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to scare you. If you're going to hell, if that's your past, that's your past. But I'm just telling you, there's just going to be a lot of people going there. That's just facts. And very few people are going to make it. Very few. Can you imagine if this guy that jumped off here had that mindset of that guy that I showed you, Abraham or Israel? I don't know his name, but that statement he said. See, that guy had already mind. He already trained. He prepared. He was determined he's going to jump. There was nothing going to stop him. He got all the way up to this point, and he literally saw the insignificance of his life right there. And everything he's trained for. I mean, you can only train so much, but now is game day. This is it. This is it. This is the real deal. And he was committed and he jumped. But I just was moved by what he said because I can relate from my experience that you really see how it's significant. It doesn't matter how much money you've made, how much fame you've. I don't have to be like Michael. I don't have to be fame. I've done enough. I don't need to be. Okay, maybe if I was Donald Trump, maybe if I was Bill Gates, maybe if I was. I don't need to do that. I get it. I get it, and I know what's more important. My soul is more important than worldly wealth. And all this stuff. I just want to follow. I was created to follow the Most High Yah. That was it. I was created for him. The whole duty of man, this is the conclusion. The whole duty of man is to fear Yah and keep his commandment. That's it. I keep it simple. That's the whole duty of man. That's my duty. My duty is to fear Yah and keep his commandment. That is the attitude that you should have. That's it. That's it. I'm just going to do Yah's will. That's all I want to do. If I stumble, fall, a righteous man falls 7 times, but gets back up. I'm going to get back. I always know I can get back up. I'm going to have to humble myself. I'm going to have to humble myself, but I'm going to get back up. That's what it is. I'm just trying to show you guys we have to weigh the cost. You cannot say that Yah brought you here and he takes you. That's not how Yah works. So that means you lied. You are a liar. All those people who says Yah brought him here, you're the man of Yah, you are a liar. And now you are being mocked because you started something, you didn't finish it. And you think you can practice that behavior here and you're going to make it to the kingdom of heaven? Man, you guys are kidding yourself. You are sadly mistaken. You can't do that. This is serious business. That's why I don't go around. I mean, I try. I could go try and talk to anybody on the street. Doesn't mean they're going to listen. So I only deal with who Yah is dealing with. That's why I can come and do this YouTube. I could talk. There's going to be those who hear, some who's going to, maybe only one here. And everybody's just here to make a video or some type of reaction or something. So I'm here, and those who have ears to hear, let them hear. And those who have eyes to see, let them see. That's who I'm talking to. Those who have ears, because Yah is the one that's going to open up your understanding. He's going to open up your eyes and remove the scales. And so that's all I can hope for. I'm not here, I guess I can build my channel up more. But at the end of the day, I just want to do Yah's will. Sometimes I just want to spend more time doing the work than doing the talking. I'm more of a doer than I am. I like my fruits to do the talking. But I do this for your edification. I do this for your edification. That's the only reason why I do this every week. I say, "Woo, I get to do the show." I do. This is me doing this for your edification because I love Israel. I love Yah and I love Israel, and I'm hoping that the things that I bring forth is going to manifest something good. It's going to provoke you into doing something good. We got great preaching by our chief pastor, shepherd, Pastor Dow. We got Pastor Mir, Pastor Corey. We got these are men of Yah, ordained. And I'm just one of the elders, and I'm proud to be an elder, and I want to be the very best elder that I can be for you. For those whoever considers me your elder, I want to be the very best. That's all I can do. And why am I doing it? For my conscience towards him. And trust me, sometimes it can be done with grief, but we got to endure. I got to even endure that. I don't want to hit the rock twice. That's what I be saying. But man, I can understand why Moses hit the rock. I get it. Shoot, man, Israel is stiff-necked and rebellious, selfish. Man, you really understand the selfishness being in this seat. From my vantage point as an elder, as a head of community, you truly see humanity. You really see humanity as how selfish we are. No matter how, I don't care what the accommodations are, they're selfish, no matter what. I think everybody here at Straight Red Praise can say they all got an upgrade in life, and they all still deal with selfishness. Can you believe that? Yep, I believe it, because our heart is wicked above all things. Who can know it? So I'm just going to keep on pressing forward. Keep on pressing forward. All right. What's the next one? That was a good jump. What you think about that jump? I mean, Deacon?
Yeah, I mean, I can only... Whew, I mean, I don't even know if I can imagine, but it sounds like you guys both had a cosmic experience.
Bro, maybe I'm so visual, but I'm telling you, that's what it felt like in my dream. And so when that's why I'm here, guys. That's why I don't have the luxury of telling you that I found this before. So yeah, I had the dream, but that dream just let me know I'm going to be tested. That's what it got me ready for. It says, you don't love me. I want to hear good and faithful servant. What do you mean I don't love you? You know that I love you. You know that I love you. No, yeah, you know that I love you. He says, okay, you'll be tested. Then I wake up. But I'm sweating. I'm like literally shaking. Even my ex-wife would testify, and I don't know if she would testify, but I have something to write. She said, I've never seen it. She was thinking maybe some type of witch, maybe she was doing some witchcraft on me, but maybe she was trying to hope that I'll change my mind or something with this whole head covering, because we were dealing with that and things of that nature. So we were already in a stressful situation there, with this whole head covering with my daughter and her and things of that nature. So she probably thought like, maybe God is dealing with, Yah was dealing with me, but not the way she thought. See, she thought that it was working in her favor. No, in her eyes, I got worse. In Yah's eyes, he says, okay, he's doing it. Now, that was the test. But guess what? We're still being tested, guys. Don't think that you tested once and that's it. We're still being tested. Every year that I kept showing up to the Packers, I got to always prove that I'm supposed to be the starter. I keep playing. I can't just assume, I'm the starter. I got money. I got the big contract. No, you always have to. You always going to be tested, tried, and tested. And why? To make us strong. Is it going to either make us strong or is it going to kill us? And what doesn't kill you, make you stronger. All right. Let's read Matthew chapter 7. I'm almost done here.
Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doth them,
doeth them. Right?
Doeth them. Yep.
And key word, guys, this is Yeshua. Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and do them, that's key. See, in Christianity, they don't do that. And I see a lot of Israelites, you guys are not doing it. It says that here's my saying and do them. So we can't just hear and not do them. Don't just be a hearer of the word, but be a doer of the word. See what Yeshua says about those who do them, do the things that he says that we should do. Read.
I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended on the floods, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon the house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand.
There you have it. See, those who hear these sayings and don't do them, it's like building a house. So all these people that you see quitting, they're quitting because they're not doing what the book says to do. They quit because their house was built on sandy ground. So when shit comes through, whatever comes your way, you're going to be able to weather the storm because your house is built on solid rock, because you are doing the things that Yeshua says to do. And those who hear them but don't do them, it's like you're a fool. You are a fool, and you're building your house on the sand. And that's what you see when you see people who were committed to come one way and then all of a sudden digress or quit. Guess what? They show themselves to be a fool, and that's why they deserve to be mocked. How are you going to start something, get the foundation, you don't even finish? You will be mocked. You are a fool. That means you built your house upon sand, on sandy ground. Is there more to that, or did?
Yep, there's one more verse.
I mean,
And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it.
and great was the fall. Great. So you guys got to understand, you need to dig deep. That's when you hear Elder Rob saying 10 toes deep, 10 toes down, right? That's what he said. I always get my say. 10 toes down. You got to get in there and you need to root yourself in this stuff. I'm not moving. That's what we say when we on goal line. You get low. I'm not moving. You can go over, but I'm not moving. I'm in this. That's the mentality we have to have, Israel. You guys coming in here with a shaky mind, a double-mindedness. You need to have a ready mindset. And not this duality or something, giving yourself a way out. Failure is not an option. Quitting is not an option. Not on my watch. And if I fall, I'm going to get right back up. I'm going to keep coming back up as long as I live. As long as I have breath in my body, I hope I'm saying that right, I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to scratch, crawl. And I'm going to crawl my way into the kingdom of Yah by the grace of the Most High Yah. It's going to be by his grace. But I'm going to scratch and crawl. I'm going to stay humble. Walking in this, living in community is going to humble you. But you're going to get those times your body start flailing. Even me as a community head, I can easily go in my flesh and it's like, man, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to entertain that thought. But you get what I'm saying. I don't need to tell you something that you don't already know. But even I have to deal with that. But you know what I do? I said, Satan, get behind me, because that's what I saw Yeshua do, trying to tempt me of coming this way. I'm thankful I came this way. I thank y'all every day. If I told you all the things I'm doing, you guys would think I'm crazy. Like, dang. People don't be knowing, Deacon, huh?
Yep.
They think that I sit here with my cup of tea or martini and just living it up in a big home and everything like that. I mean, Deacon, in my line, would you say I'm a servant, or would you say, I mean, you live life with me, so you will be able to know the truth. Tell me, I'm giving you permission to tell the truth, man. Come on.
You're the greatest servant here.
Why am I the greatest servant? Why? I mean, are we all servant? Like, why am I the greatest servant here at Straightway Praiseland?
Because you have to be not only concerned for your own family, but for everybody else.
And you see it, right? I mean, you be telling me. You the one that was telling. What do you always tell me that I need to do?
Take a break.
That's a deacon telling me. That's a deacon for you. Take a break. I mean,
I'm just considering your health and all that stuff. I usually think about it because you don't necessarily see it at the, in the front end. So I'm usually at least encouraging you to try to do some normalcy. Get out, go take a walk or something. You know what I mean?
But I'm so committed. I'm so committed to seeing this vision. Pastor Dow has a beautiful vision, but it's going to require us to be one mind, one spirit, one heart. We can't have this division. We got to stick together. We got to believe. We got to walk by faith, not by sight. That's what it's going to take. I believe we can do it, but but we're not going to be able to do this based on what we see in Acts. We're not going to be able to do this with a selfish mindset. You have to be selfless.
Exactly.
You have to love Yah and love one another.
Yep.
That's it. You cannot be selfish. This ministry requires us to be selfless. If you don't want to be selfless, if you feel that you are not capable of being selfless, then leave. I'm telling you to leave. Because I don't want to lie to you and make you think that, oh, yeah, when you come, he's going to be all there. No, we're servants. We are here to serve the king and do his will. We are practicing what it's like to live in the kingdom of the Most High Yah. We are not preparing for a democracy, for a republic, for the West, for the United States. We are preparing to be in the kingdom with the King of Kings.
Hallelujah. Hey, Elder, before we move on, can we take a quick break? I'm going to play your video, your interview, the Christianity, and then we'll be right back. Yeah, the same one.
Oh, okay. You need to take a break. Okay.
I needed to. I need
Okay.
it.
Okay, go take a break.
Both parents came from Nigeria. There's 7 of us. Dad Muslim, mom Christian. So I grew up in that kind of dynamic. During my years at San Diego State, and I remember, having arguments as a Muslim. I claim to be a Muslim. Having arguments with all the Christians on the team. A lot of guys couldn't answer my question. They'll say they'd get back to me. And I was searching for truth. I was searching for something greater than what I was experiencing. Gilbert was something different I'd never seen before. And him and his family just took me under their wings. I used to see how he used to treat his wife, how he treated his kids. And I remember one day he said that we don't worship the same God. Well, it kind of offended me, it took me back a little bit. And so I said, okay, well, show me where Jesus said he was God or something like that, And I was expecting him to give me the typical, answer like I've gotten in the past. Because that's what my dad always told me. You said, you ask these Christians these questions and watch how they stumble. Now this guy, he opened his Bible and he's about to show me something I've been asking all these people for. I was just so blown away that this man was prepared to give me an answer for what he believed in. So I went home and I decided to get the Bible for myself because all my argument was always what my dad taught me. I remember getting on my.
All right. Thank you for that, Elder.
No problem. Hey, guys, we
do what you got to do.
What you got to do.
Hey, when you got to go, you got to go.
It's a technical difficulty, but yeah. Hallelujah.
I mean, technically, there would have been some difficulties, but
hey, maybe you should use that new thing. Okay, the cloth thing.
Oh no.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay, let's go to the next thing. So, guys, I hope you guys are, as we continue, as we wrap up here, guys, I hope you guys are understanding, weighing the cost, because there's been a lot of people just blowing up my social media, people calling me, and I say, guys, what's the point? I mean, what's the point? Well, I said, bro, I'm telling you, my mind is already made up. I have a made up mind. I'm not going to move. And wherever you bring at me, I'm gonna give you an example. And then guess what these people hate? They hate when you bring up the word. Stop talking, just talk normal. I'm like, man.
Put the Bible and Jesus aside.
I'm mad about how you're using the word. So you mad at how I'm using my sword. So
what did that one pastor tell you? He said, let's put Jesus and the Bible aside and let's talk normal.
Talk normal. I tell people get upset. My mind is already made up. You're not going to convince me away from this stuff. I'm in it. I've told you, this is serious for me. My life is on the line on this one. I already got a ready mind. My mind is made up. And anytime my mind start questioning, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to get my mind back in. I'm going to, hey, get back in line. What are you doing? That's not what we do. See, that's what you got to do. But see, some of you guys don't have any type of discipline. You grew up in a home where it was okay to quit. You could quit and still be rewarded. You were rewarded because it wasn't first place. Everybody's a winner. See, I grew up in the era where there was a winner and there was a loser. And I knew I didn't want to be a loser. So I had to work my ass off so I could be a winner. And I had to work a long time to be a winner. I mean, truly, when you lost, you got made fun of. There was no, oh, everybody won. No, we all lost. I mean, if you lost, you lost. There was a gold medal, a silver medal, and a bronze. And if you was in fourth place, you did not get a medal for participating. You didn't. But in this era, it sounds, I mean, Deacon, you younger than me. Did you grow up in the era everybody's a winner and everything, I guess?
No.
You didn't too? Oh.
No, that came out like shortly after. I was still in the era that even in high school when there was people who were gay. Well, I don't even know if I'm allowed to shit. We might get canceled. That you didn't say it. You know, it was one of the you saw it, but you were not. You know, you don't say nothing, kind of a thing. So I was still in that
era. Okay, so you kind of saw. But anyway, so I don't get it.
But Bush was still in office when I was in high school.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's read. So look what Yeshua says here in Mark chapter 8. Read.
It says, and he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected of the elders and of the chief priests and scribes and be killed, and after 3 days rise again.
So Yeshua already knew what was going to be. He already had he gave us the example of what it's like to have your mind ready. He knew the situation is at task. He already knew. Everybody remember him on the stake. What did he say? I mean, he said, may this cup pass. He said, not my will, but your will be done. He was committed to doing the will of the Father. Doing the will of the Father was his meat. So he's telling his disciples, and look what his disciples say. Read.
And he spake that saying openly, and Peter took him and began to rebuke him. But when he had turned about and looked on his disciples, he rebuked Peter, saying, get thee behind me, Satan, for thou savorest not the things that be of Yah, but the things that be of men.
See, look at, so when you guys be hearing these voices, when people are calling you, you think you're talking to that person, but there's a spirit behind that voice trying to discourage you from getting to the finish line. See, Yeshua knew it wasn't Peter. Peter was being used by Satan from keeping him from getting to the finish line. He said, saying, get behind me, for you don't care about the things of Yah, but the things of men. So when you hear all these people talking, all these people making noise, they don't care. They don't care about the things of Yah. They care about the things of men. So that's why I want to bring that up here. Let's go to the next one.
There's still some more in this one.
Oh, okay. Oh, go. Okay.
And when he had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his stake and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul?
So when I look at this, think about this. He says, for whosoever save his life shall lose it, and whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel, the same shall save it. For what shall it profit a man? This is what I was thinking in my mind. I was thinking to myself, man, imagine if go to my options. Can you go to my options? And we're almost wrapping up here. I want to show something. I was thinking to myself when I was looking at my options, man, if I had two opportunities to save my family, 2 opportunities that I could remember. Maybe I had multiple, but there's 2 distinct opportunities I had, and I feel like those 2 opportunities was a test. It was a test. I remember thinking to myself, imagine I'm taking a family picture, and let's say I pick my family over the truth, right? I'm here taking a picture knowing I'm going to hell. Like I knew that if I chose this path, I'm going straight to the pit of hell. You couldn't convince me. No Christianity, music, or experience could convince me I wasn't going to hell. I knew that if I went the route that this spirit was working in my ex-wife, I was going to hell. Two distinct. One, the first one was, if we keep the Shabbat. See, this is why you need to know the commandment. If we keep the Shabbat, if we come back home and you keep your Shabbat, they said, like it's my Shabbat. I'm not the master of Shabbat, but your Shabbat. Does the children have to keep it? And I literally read methodically in memory, you, your sons, your daughters, your male servants, your female servants, and whoever's within your gates. So I already knew right there. Yes, if you guys come back home, everyone within my gates are required to observe the Sabbath day. Well, we're not coming back home until you come back to your senses. I had a choice. It seemed like it was an option here. I had an opportunity, but I chose to save my soul and lose my life. But I had an opportunity to save my life and lose my soul. Option two, a second opportunity, another distinct one. Now you would think that this would say, all I'm showing you is how Satan puts that little carrot. He put that little carrot to try to attract you. And I don't know what it is. Everybody got something different. You know what you fear, or what I fear losing my family. That was a fear. What I feared the most has come upon me. That's what Job said. Because I love my family. Because I knew when I became a Christian, I was telling Deacon, when I became a Christian, the greatest fear that I had to weigh the cost of that, because I feared that my dad was going to reject me. That was my fear. But I said, you know something? At the end of the day, how do I not know that God is dealing with me so that maybe I can help my dad, come this way? Maybe live a life, an example or something. But as long as I have my wife, because she's a Christian, she's the one that brought Christianity to me, kind of invited me to church in a way. So in my mind, I'm thinking, as long as I have my wife, my family, I'm good. That was a big mistake, because then that's what was challenged right now. I'm thinking, like, if I can just get her, I'm good. But nope. Now I had to choose between her and Yah. And so I chose to save my soul and lose my life. I lost the life that I once had, is lost forever. Never will get it back. I took a big chance. I went this way and I do not regret it. 7 years later, I do not regret choosing this pathway. I do not regret it. If I had to do it all over again, I would do it again. And guess what? I can honestly say my life is better today than it was in Christianity and with my ex-wife. It's better. I had one wicked wife, now I got two godly women. And they have shown themselves to be that they love Yah. They've shown themselves they love me. I get two. Hallelujah. The things they do for me, man. I mean, just if I just went off of the benefits of what I'm getting now, I didn't come in here for these benefits. I didn't know what I was going to get coming this way. All I was trying to do is save my life, save my soul. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world, to gain his family back, his money back, his reputation, his friends, his family? What does it profit a man to gain all that and lose his soul? That was ringing in my head, and so that's why I'm like, it's not worth it. I see enough rich people here who are not. They're very depressed people. I'm telling you, the things they got to do, they're depressed. I don't know how they're gonna make it. I don't know how they make it. It's like they finally got all this money that's supposed to make them happy. I got all this money, but I'm stressed. I'm depressed. They got nothing going for them. Now I'm with the people of Yah. I got so much going for me, so much looking forward to. I'm so glad I went this way. I got brothers and sisters. I got sons and daughters. Man, let's read this last one and wrap this thing up here. Take us to this. And I can testify, and I hope, I believe by the grace of Yah, I'm going to be able to even testify even more so. But man, I'm telling you, I'm getting there. This is the truth. I can't make this thing up. Read.
And Yeshua answered and said, Verily I say unto you, there is no man that hath left house, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my sake and the gospel's, but he shall receive an hundredfold, now in this time, houses, and brethren, sisters, and mothers, and children, and lands, with persecution.
With persecution has been promised. Yeshua says with persecution. So don't think that with all this stuff, oh, I'm going to get this. Wow, I'm going to get this. But with persecution. See, right there, don't miss these things. See, everybody probably looked at all this. Oh, man, look at all the stuff I'm going to get. Wow, wow. But they miss with persecution. So we're going to deal with persecution. Read.
And in the world to come, eternal life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last first.
There you have it. So that is, so when I'm looking at this persecution, this is what I've gained. I was just thinking to myself, I have 4 babies. And since I got wedded with me and made an agreement, a covenant agreement with Bree on 2019 of September. We came together, and then obviously Carisha maybe a year or 2 years ago now, and I have 4 babies in a span of 5 within 5 years. I will, by the grace of God, have 5 within 5 years. Did you know when I was in my previous relationship before coming into the truth, I had 8 babies. I produced 8 babies in 16 years. 16 years to produce 8 beings, 7 boys, 1 girl. Now, 5 years, I've been in the ministry 5 years, or been married for 5 years. I'm not married. In a covenant relationship with 2 women now. And I have 4 babies with less than 5 years. I don't know, this sounds like a Job thing, huh? Started to make me think maybe Job had more than 1 woman. You know? That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. I can't back it up. But it would be very hard for him to lay with that one and say, curse Yah and be dead. Right? She told him to die and curse Yah. Anyway, so that's the end right there. So I continue to see this in my life. I continue to see the ministry growing, even though people fall away, comes back, fall away. It seems like that's the protocol. Fall away, come away. But guess what? No matter what the people going in, it's like a tide. Going in, going, I plan to stand, to keep on standing. I'm going to stand. I'm going to continue, fight to make it to the kingdom. And I understand it's going to be hard. I'm here speaking, but even I have to dig deep. I'm going to have to dig even more so deeper. Because Yeshua said, man, he doesn't even know if anybody is going to be a faith when he returns. So this is not some type of easy thing. It's going to require me to give it everything I got to make sure I don't fall away. That's how serious this thing is. And I don't think people take this thing serious. I think people are in a marathon and they're acting like they're in the 100-meter sprint. You're not pacing yourself right. You're not looking at this thing right. You got to get yourself in the right mindset, understand what's that task here, what's going to happen, what are the obstacles, and pace yourself. This is a long race. So one way to keep it easy is stay in your lane. Know your role. Where am I in this situation? What are the good examples that we know Yah literally endorsed? So they actually said this is good, that we can take and put it in our situation. You can take every situation. When you see all these people leaving, you can't find one example, good example in the Bible where Yah says that was a good thing. Find anybody that's left this ministry, Straightway Truth Ministry, for whatever reason they left it. Show me in this book where Yah said that was a good thing. Maybe there is. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know. I doubt it you find, because I haven't found it. Show me where Yah, even in the worst situations, where the leader went rogue and crazy, whatever, show me where this book gives you permission to do whatever you want and says, I'm following God. So anyway, that's it for me. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. You want to do some reaction videos?
We have time? Yeah, we got some time.
All right.
Who wishes to fight must first count the cost, advises that before engaging in a fight or conflict, it is essential to carefully consider and evaluate the potential risks and consequences involved. It emphasizes the importance of assessing the potential harm, emotional toll, time commitment, financial implications, and potential outcomes before committing to a battle. By counting the cost, individuals can make informed decisions about whether the fight is worth pursuing or if alternative approaches should be considered.
I can't say any better. I mean, playing football is a dangerous sport. You got to consider all the time, the energy, the cost, the risk. There's a lot of risk. If you're in the military, man, I can only imagine there's a lot more risk. Your life, you have a greater chance of losing your life. You do everything to prepare, to hope to come back home. You got to weigh the cost. And I don't think a lot of people do. This is what I'm saying. I think that I'm just thankful for me. And I'm thankful for Straightway for creating it. Straightway is now got a thing that they do every year now where people can train and see if they can make it. See if they have a ready mind. You're going to see if you got what it takes to push through. They're going to put you through things that you don't want to do, but make you go to a place you always want to go. They're going to push your body to places where you think like, I can't do this. You just want to quit. And you're going to have to find a way to overcome. I'm going to push through. So I love this ministry and what Pastor is doing, especially what he's doing with Goshen. I mean, they got different numbers for different classes or whatever. And there's people that quit. They realize, like, man, my mind was not ready. And they quit. Now, guess what? A righteous man falls and gets back up. You can get back in and another one. But I'm glad I played sports, football, because I think it played a huge role in my mindset, understanding, and this is no different. Instead of the natural, is more spiritual.
Hallelujah.
That's a good one. But this, what that guy said right there, Sun Tzu, whoever said this, is you have to consider all these things before you get into the ring. Why would you get into the ring and not even weigh the cost? That's crazy.
I think it comes from the book Art of War, so it has to do with tactical fighting. So
okay, yeah, well, you got to weigh the cost.
Yep. All right, here's another one.
Win the spiritual war. Go ahead.
About the new store in New York City. It's called the Husband Store. And you can go there and shop for a husband.
What was that?
I struggle because of who's talking, but let me get, that's my reaction. I'm like, she's like the Joker. But anyway.
Anybody heard about the new store in New York City? It's called the Husband Store. And you can go there and shop for a husband. There's 6 floors in this store. You can only visit each floor one time, though. And each floor you go up, the value increases. You may choose any item from any particular floor, but you can go up a floor, but you cannot go back down. So there was a woman who went to the husband store to find herself a husband. On the first floor, the sign on the door read, "These men have jobs." That sounded good. These men have jobs. Floor 2 says, "These men have jobs and love kids." Floor number 3 said, "These men have jobs, love kids, and are extremely good looking." Wow, she thought, this is sounding pretty good, but I'm compelled to go on to the next floor.
She's going to go all the way. She's going all the way.
She does go to the 4th floor, and the sign reads, "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop-dead, good-looking, and they help with the housework." Oh, mercy me, she said, I can hardly stand it. Still, she said, I've got to go on. She went to the 5th floor. "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop-dead, gorgeous, help with the housework, and have a very strong romantic streak." But she couldn't stand it. She decided she had to just find out what was on floor number 6. Floor number 6 said, "You are visitor 31,456. To this floor, there are no men on this floor. This floor exists solely as proof that women are impossible to please."
Oh my goodness, that's funny. That is funny. Wow, you see that? Well, when we get to all the end, it's not gonna be like that. But you see how she's not content? The women are not content. Wow, that's funny. Why did you put that up there, Deacon? What?
I think you talking to me about it, but I can't. I found it, but it was hard to find anything closer to the subject. But it does have to do with making choices.
Yeah,
she made a choice. To count the cost, and now you can risk it. You can risk it,
and then she lost her life for nothing. But
exactly.
You know, in that regard, but she had all these good men. But look how many men that she passed up on.
Yeah,
she kept on passing them. And it got to the point like, this is really good. Why she couldn't stop?
Yeah, I guess the sentiments that I took away from it a little bit was, you know, the quote, the grass is greener on the other side, right? But really, the grass is greener where you water it. So she be content. I'm just thinking about people in community, right? You may not be where you saw yourself being, or with your community, or the vision, and maybe it's taking a little longer. At the end of the day, you got to be content with much. You have to be content with little, and it's going to be based off how you respond to your environment, and you know. So that's what I guess took more out of it, is being more about being content and just knowing where you're at, knowing your place, instead of trying to look at, oh, there may be more. It's like, oh, maybe, but now that's your risk.
Or some people may go to this community and they say, well, let me go to Praise Land, and we may be the 5th floor. Hey, man, this is good, but man, it's not what I want to go find something else, and boom, you be out before you know you out. And so I'm just telling you guys, be content wherever y'all has you. This is what the word says. It says godliness with contentment is great gain. That is where you're going to get the great gain. Not money, not where everything is, just being godly, keeping the commandments of Yah, and being content. Being content. We even have to, no matter all that we have, we even, guess what we got? You know what we waiting on? We waiting for a buyer to come and buy this home. That's what we waiting on. I can't go give money. I don't know. I can't make it happen. I got to just literally wait on Yah. And there's things that has to happen. But guess what? I'm not sitting here just saying, well, we're just waiting. No, we are preparing. We are preparing to move on land by the things. We're doing things here now so that when we go on land, it's not like we're doing this for the first time. We're doing the things that we can do so that when we go on land, we're prepared. And so, we all have to get on our knees. We all have to pray. We all have to seek the Most High Yah. So, anyway, this is good. Appreciate it.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Well, that's it. That's all I have, Deacon.
That's it?
That's it. I know you want to be more.
Good.
I'm just trying to keep it. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, guys, I hope you guys understand counting the costs, make wise decisions here. You understand? I don't know what's going to happen down the road with Straightway Truth Ministry. What new thing is going to come up? Before it was, I think I heard it was deliverance, head covers. It was polygyny, Pastor Rufus, and I don't know all the other stuff that comes on. There's going to be stuff that comes. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Or have you got your mind ready and said, I'm in this? Basically, I'm in it to the day I die, pretty much, until Yeshua comes back, one or the other. That's it. I'm in it. I am in this, and I'm not leaving. I'm not. You guys hear me? I'm putting it out there. I know. Oh man, some people say, man, you shouldn't say that. You may be. If I don't say it, I'm going to be tested anyway. I'm not afraid to say it, because that is what I believe, and that's what I'm committed to, and I will rise because I'm an overcomer. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world.
Hallelujah.
So my boast is in Yah. That's all. I'm trusting him. I'm trusting in his word. He's already shown himself by far already that he's faithful. He's provided for me in ways that I would have never. Man, I'm thinking about, and I don't even know. I'm just thinking about how I'm taking care of my dad right now. I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, I get to take care of my father and not have to put him in assisted living. And I'm telling you, I'm so thankful to Straight Way Choose Ministry. I'm thankful for the community for supporting me, sending a sister here. Now she's my woman, but Carisha, and it was actually from Elder Mitchell. You know, I mean, it's still Straight Way, but sending his sister, and she was a viable asset in Kentucky, and sent her this way, and she's been a blessing. And she's getting ready to have my baby now. My woman, Bree, my first one, Bree, she's now taking care of my dad. And it's man, I mean, it's not like she's taking care of him when he was a little bit better, but you know, he's getting older. He's getting older. And I'm just thinking, like, man, I see my two women doing this stuff. I'm thinking, like, wow. I mean, it just makes me love them even that much more. Like, it just makes me appreciate, like, man, I want to take care of these women, man. They're really showing me that they love Yah, they love me, and I want to do right by them. And I'm telling you, I don't. In Christianity, they told me to put my dad in assisted living and focus on the family. That's what they told me to do. Literally, guys, I know you'll think that seems so harsh. I'm not making that up. They literally was encouraging, pushing me that was the right thing to do. And the reason why you don't see it in the Bible, because they didn't have assisted living. And now we do have it in this country, so utilize it. So they will literally encourage you to and I'm going to tell you right now, I believe doing that stuff, when you can do it, is dishonorable. It's dishonorable. What does the book says? Honor your father and mother. You have an opportunity. So I'm glad. And I couldn't do it. I honestly couldn't have not done such an amazing job with my father if it wasn't for this community. I'm thankful for community. That's why we need community. That's why we need each other. They without us cannot be made perfect. We need each other. We need to sharpen one another. Yep. I live the individual lifestyle. It doesn't work. You're just living out there on your own. You're just going to learn how to be selfish. And I'm telling you, selfish people are not going to make it to the kingdom.
Hallelujah.
Selfish lifestyle, and you're selfish, you're going to spend the rest of eternity with a bunch of other selfish people in hell. That's where selfish people are going. And those who know how to be selfless and love Yah and love one another, they love themselves, they're the one that's going to spend the rest of eternity in the kingdom. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Well, saints, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Remember to visit straightway.com for resources, newsletters. If you're interested in fellowship with Straightway, you can call the dining hall and ask for Elder Becker. The number to call is 615-688-3025. Again, if you are interested in fellowshipping with a nearby assembly, please get in contact with Elder Becker. The number to call is 615-688-3025. Visit straightway.com for more contact information. Beer.
Well, guys, I just want to tell you, I really appreciate. I see some of these people here on the chat. You faithful ones. I appreciate you guys coming out every week. I want to give a shout out to Sister Hannah, because I know she's all the way in Kenya. If it's not Kenya, it's Ghana. No, it's Kenya. I think it's Kenya. She may have to write that in there. I think it's Kenya. But anyway, she's out there, and it's a different time zone there. And so she's committed to this walk, and appreciate her, appreciate all these people out here, you know. So I really just, he's going through the thing so fast. So may Yah bless you. I hope to see you guys next week. Same time, same KGB channel. I won't say bat channel. And I hope to see you next week. I hope you guys enjoy your Shabbat. Once again, always remember to be faithful in the little. Shabbat shalom. Or